Welcome back to the channel. I just want to remind you that I'm not qualified to do any of the things I'm about to show you. So when I got the truck, I knew I needed to do some projects. I knew I wanted to do some projects or some upgrades I wanted to do. There's no such thing as a man who owns a truck who doesn't have projects in mind. It's just how it works. I'm at that point of owning the truck where I just got to take care of some things that just like really annoy me. Some things that just need to be taken care of, you know? The kind of things that if you own a truck long enough, you don't actually take care of, but if you buy it, you notice it and it irritates the heck out of you. So you got to do something about it before it goes on too long. Some of the projects were cosmetic. Other projects just really need to be done. Number one is, man, I hate giving free advertising on my vehicle. So I got to show you how to get this little free advertising off of my truck. The paint has to be protected, and I don't trust that it was actually protected by whoever had it last. Also, the stereo, like whoever put it in, it was like some sort of high school installation job. It was not done well, and we're going to put in an entire stereo system soon. So my stereo has to be working. I got to be able to get into it and use it, and we're going to find out what's going on with that. No free advertising. Originally, this was sold here, but they don't pay me to advertise, so we're gonna take care of that. Okay, so this isn't one of those big sexy upgrade projects like an LS swap or something. You know, I'm just taking care of my truck, and this is one of those little projects that you keep thinking about, and you sit on your couch and think about, and you're watching TV or you're scrolling TikTok thinking about, and we're gonna get our little heat gun here, and a little trim tool, and you're like, I need to get this done at some point. I really want to. You wash your car and you see it. Just heat up that glue. Man, just get off the couch and get some of these projects done. Just make it a little bit nicer each day. That's all you really have to do. I'm just using a heat gun here, not too hot a setting. I have not gotten my paint waxed yet. I don't have the ceramic coating, so I'm not going to be damaging it by cleaning up after all this. But this is one of those things I wanted to get done before the ceramic coating got put on. Now we'll just get some little degreaser and just remove all that off. All right, just the last few shots here. No free advertising. Looks nice. And here's the honesty now. I have failed in taking care of my paint. Look at the video, a couple videos back. It was a big fail. It was a much bigger job than I thought it was. And I found some professionals in town who are willing to help me out with my paint there, Total Car Care here in Boca Raton, Florida. All right, so here we are on the journey with the paint. I'm here with Dante and John from Total Car Care. Total Car here in Boca Raton, Florida. They are the sponsor of today's video. Now, they did what I couldn't do, and they made my truck look beautiful. Told John how I blew out my shoulder trying to fix up the truck. How was it? How was it working on it?
It was great. That truck was very clean.
Excellent. I'm so thankful for your help.
That's a good find you got there.
I got a good find. Hear that, folks? I got a good find. I appreciate your help.
Well, anytime.
I hope you have a great day. And Dante,
yes,
great meeting you.
Same.
And Total Car here in Boca. Yes, sir.
What year is that truck?
2013.
God, it's mint.
It's there we go, gentlemen. And now the paint looks good.
Are you the pastor?
Yes.
You got the voice for it.
Well, I preach for a living. Bless you guys. If you need anything, give me a call. And thanks again. You'll see me again. All right, guys. Okay. So I know, again, it's a 2013 Chevy Silverado. The back is all way too jacked up. It's got a couple dings here and there, but this is my truck, and look how good it looks. Now, for me, this is the show truck, man. I'm so happy with the work that they did on my truck. I could have never gotten it to look this good. I would recommend them again, and I plan on going there every 6 months, having them take care of my paint. And yeah, this is a no-brainer. That's all right. You can see me in the paint. That's what's up. That's what we're going for. I want to show you this. It's the middle of the afternoon, and it rained hours ago. And look at that water beating up. Look at that. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Now we can move on to taking care of the stereo. You see, we already got some indication that people have been monkeying around in this. You see, it's missing one of the 7mm screws. And that's telling me that this thing probably was not installed correctly. Take a look here and see. All right, so I pulled it out and oh, this is a hot mess. This is not good. This is not good. All right, well, I see tape around the original loom here, but I don't see them having cut those. But looks like, yeah, there's this wire is supposed to go to your parking brake, and this is why I can't program my radio, because they don't have this connected. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do some work here. Where is this power wire going? What's happening here? Man, why do people rig stuff up? All right, let's look on, let's see. Another thing I noticed on this Alpine radio, it's missing the camera pre-out, and I'm gonna need that because we're gonna hook up an amp eventually, but we're also going to hook up a backup camera. So we got all kind of issues here. Well, I look under the hood here and it looks like they tapped into accessory power for the radio, but they just pigtailed it in with a little bit of electric tape, and that's not how we roll. So all this has got to get cleaned up. Here's the wiring harness out of the truck now, and here's the OEM plug that used to go to the old radio, and they just kind of twisted some wires together. This is what goes into the Alpine, but this twisting stuff, this is not going to work. So what we have is this wiring harness from Crutchfield, and I'm actually going to get back my chimes. So let's see how this works. What I'm going to do is I'm just cutting this. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to solder them together and heat shrink them, and it's going to be completely different. So I really thought I was recording video during this part, but I wasn't. So you're just going to have to look at some pictures and get a little audio. This will only take a couple seconds. This is what the wiring harness looked like when I pulled it out of the dash. Now, not only was it not wired correctly, I didn't have any of the warning dings. None of that worked. It is what it is. But this is what it looks like after I got the Crutchfield wiring harness. I put it in with those soldered wire clips. It heat shrinks them and solders them. I'll put the link in the description down here, but this is what the harness looks like now with the little added bonus module there that I got my sound. So I'm super happy. The last thing I needed to do was set up my Alpine stereo so I could get into the settings. Now, it has this safety device where you have to put the emergency brake on and off and then on again so that you're not driving. And I knew whoever installed this didn't have that installed. I couldn't get into anything. And I didn't want to have to use the emergency brake. And there's these little resistors you can buy, it blinks on and off that'll set it, but I wanted to hook it up to the lights. I didn't want to spend money, and let me show you how I did that. All right, I want to show you how I set up my Alpine to bypass the parking brake light connection for free. All right, so we go to setup here, we see nothing, right? Going over here. Bam. Just got to connect it to a switched hot wire and your headlights, and there you go. It's all there now. That circuit just requires on, off, on, and it triggers it. And it doesn't have to be to your parking brake. It could be to any lighting circuit. So it's fully been my intention to do as much of this project as I fix up my Silverado by myself as I can, but every now and then we have to come to the realization that I need some professional help. And with the paint protection, that was definitely one of those occasions. Number one, I just didn't have the right tools, but number two, I didn't have the skill set or the endurance. And for what I paid for this, I would have paid in chemicals, and I'm just letting the professionals do the professional thing. So I got other things coming up on this channel that we're gonna be working on from the garden, around the house, but a whole bunch more truck projects. So if you would hit like and go ahead and subscribe to the Thomas Homestead here and watch us do what we do. God bless you, and hope you have an amazing week till our next video.